Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ian.is.weird. Today is a really random video, as most of my videos are, so I don't know why you would be surprised by that. I'm going to talk about some of the cleaning tools and cleaning hacks, whatever, I don't know, I don't care, that I've been using. If you know me, you know that I am a naturally messy person. And so when I got back from my mental health treatment, this most recent time, I was like, I just want to nest. I want to be in a clean home. And so I just kind of went crazy and did the most with cleaning. I feel like I've been trying to clean every single like nook and cranny of my living space. Before I do that, let me introduce you to my co-host. No formal name yet, but this is a sand cat plushie that my sister got me from North Carolina Zoo. If you are in North Carolina and you haven't been to the North Carolina Zoo, it is a wonderful zoo. If I'm not mistaken, it's like the second. At one point, it was like the second biggest, maybe still, second biggest zoo in the U.S. It is a huge zoo. I did not go with them, and it's like 'cause it's always like all of my memories of going to the North Carolina Zoo. Um, it's incredibly beautiful. You see so many beautiful animals, but it is hot as balls because we always went on like the hottest day of the year. And my sister and my mom went today, and so I was like, thank goodness I didn't go. And it is so much walking. I can't even. Let me ask my phone real quick. Um, how big the North Carolina Zoo is. So they say it's about 5 miles of walking. It feels like about 50 miles. And that's just in the part that they've opened already. And then, so they go by continent, and they're about to open Asia, I think, in 2 years. It's going to be even bigger and more walking and more hotness. But I asked my sister to bring me black bring me back a plushie. I was like, just a normal sized plushie. I don't need anything crazy big, nothing too small like a keychain. I'm not a big plushie person, but like I always remember growing up, they always just had these really cool animals that you never saw a plushie of anywhere else. So she got me a sand cat. It is very cute, and it is made from recycled plastic. It's super, super, super soft. So if you have any suggestions for names, I would love to hear that. Oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed with you, so obsessed with you. And it's very well behaved thus far. So, um, oh my gosh. They're going to observe today, but I will take name suggestions. For my plushies, I either like a very serious name that does not belong on an inanimate object, or something just super silly. Don't give me like like kitty, or do. I don't care. Do whatever you want. But just so you know, the ones I'm more likely to pick are like Bartholomew or like, um, I don't know, something silly. So I'm going to go through and talk about some of the cleaning tools that I use, things that I like, also things that help me keep things clean. Again, I know this is a little wild that anyone would look to me for cleaning advice, but hopefully, like, I like sharing cool gadgets and cool things that I find that work really well. And maybe some of these could work really well for you. I don't know. It's up to you. So, do with this information what you will. And if you think all of this is useless and pointless, then that's cool too. Don't do it. Um, so I guess starting out, I do use the Swiffer mop and the Swiffer mop and the Swiffer dry, like, what is this? The duster. And so I like these, and I've just been using the Swiffer, or like, you know, off-brand Swiffer versions of the refills. However, I do know that there are a lot of crochet alternatives that you can wash, reuse, and then you don't have to worry about buying refills, which is bad for the environment, bad for your wallet, so on, so forth. And there are a lot of free tutorials out there on YouTube. I'll try to link some of the free tutorials that I found. But I just haven't had the time because I've been so focused on cleaning, and obviously I'm in the summer of whips, so I don't want to add more whips to my plate. So I have enough to get me by until I have time to work on those, and then I can do those, and that will be super fun and totally fine. But until then, I am using the Swiffer products. I especially like the Swiffer duster instead of like a feather duster. And I know I'm not like telling people about Swiffer who've never heard about Swiffer. But so while I was in treatment and Melanie was staying at her parents' house, we didn't have the fans going, the overhead fans going. We have two overhead fans in our living space, and um, walking in and seeing the state of the fans almost made me want to throw up. They were so gross. When they're going, you don't realize how nasty they get, but so much hair and dust, mostly dust, collects on them. And so, like, it's just really disgusting. I really like that the Swiffer dust pads really grab onto the dust, and so you have very little, if any, dust falling onto whatever you have it over. Like, we have a fan over our bed, so it's not super cute to have all that dust falling onto the bed. So it was really nice to have that. But I do have a pattern for the Swiffer duster that I'm really excited to try and to use using Lion Brand Pipsqueak yarn, because I have some extra that I'm not planning on using. So I'm really excited to try that, and thank you to the folks on my YouTube lives that have helped me realize that there's duster options as well, not just the Swiffer pads. So that's really helpful. Speaking of fans, now, so my wife is allergic to dust, and I don't think anybody really likes dust. I don't think dust really agrees with anybody's system, but she actually has a specific allergy to dust that makes her even more like unhappy with dust, and she's miserable for so long. So I was like, how can we mitigate this dust situation if we have the fans going all the time? Um, in the future. And so I had seen on, I had probably Amazon, or maybe it was like a best of BuzzFeed list or something, air filters that you could put on the top of your fan blades that would help collect dust as your fans rotate. They would adhere to the top of the blade. You can't see them from the bottom, but they sit on top of the blades, and then you switch them every 30 to 60 days as you run your fans, and they are supposed to help purify the air. And now the brand name that the people who, I guess, thought of this idea, they're pretty expensive, but I did find some more inexpensive alternatives. There were some really, really cheap alternatives, but I wasn't as confident in those. But I did find these coconut carbon ceiling fan air filters. They look like this. This So they are really, really rough. They're kind of like these. You have one of those sponges that has one of the rough sides. They're kind of like that. They're black, and then they have a strip of adhesive that you would remove this and then adhere to the top of your fan, and then they're super easy to come off your fan. And they are so they're designed in the USA. So you want to clean your fan, remove the tape, place on top of a blade, apply steps 1 to 3 to a fresh blade. Okay, so let's read what it says. Our mission is to enhance the air quality for individuals across the country, ensuring healthier, cleaner, and safer environments for everyone. Wow, it's really hard to read. My brain's like, our coconut carbon air filter effectively and efficiently cleanses the air, removing cooking odors, which is very nice because cooking odors make me cool. Tobacco smoke, cool if you smoke inside. We don't, and that's not a problem. Spores from mold and mildew and volatile organic compounds, VOCs, emitted by furniture and carpet. It also neutralizes odors from cleaning and disinfecting products, automobile exhaust, and external pollutants. Additionally, it filters out radon gas emissions from office equipments, chemicals from graphics and crafting materials. Probably need a fan here, to be honest. Fumes from permanent markers and photographic solutions and residues from pesticides and herbicides. So it actually doesn't say anything about dust, but if you just look at the structure of it and how it's got this texture that I imagine it would be really good at grabbing dust. So maybe I should have read it better. Now that I'm on camera, I'm like, ugh, you're an idiot. But it does things. So maybe any of these things appeal to you. And I'm just hoping that it'll capture some of the dust to make it a little bit easier and be a good air. I mean, it does say that it works as an air purifier. So, they come in a pack of, this one comes in a pack of 4, I think. And of course I have 5-bladed ones, so I had to get 2 packs of these suckers. But we're gonna give it a try, see if it makes a difference. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't, but I gave these a try, and I'll let you know how they work. If you use, so let's say you are on well water like me, or you just drink, you have a water purifier, change your water filter according to schedule, approximately. I grew up in a household that did not change its water purifier filter. And if it was changed, it was not changed properly. A lot of them, they tell you what you need to do once you open it to make sure that it's effective. Some of them you need to soak for 24 hours or a certain number of hours in a cup of water to make sure any excess carbon doesn't get released into your water. Now, I have a Brita, like large Brita water purifier because we're on well water, and sometimes our water is straight up brown. So I don't think humans should be drinking that. But buying bottled water is expensive. It's not good for the environment. It's expensive, and it's expensive. So I just found some that would fit my Brita, and I bought a bulk pack because it saves money. So it takes a long time to go through this, but I try to change it on a schedule, because like I put it in my phone to change it every 2-3 months, whatever it says, or like a certain amount that you fill it up, whatever, so that we are actually drinking as clean of water as we can, yeah. So also we were using our water from like our sink to put in our coffee maker, and our coffee maker was like getting, like I had to clean out the coffee maker because the coffee maker, first of all, needed it because you're supposed to clean those out apparently. But just like everything that we put that water in needed to be really thoroughly cleaned out. If we had just used the purified water, it still would need to be cleaned out, but maybe less thoroughly, maybe less regularly, and maybe we wouldn't be drinking nasty, extra brown water, if you know what I'm saying. So, that is a thing. So I got this brush set off of Amazon. You can use it on a power drill. It comes in different sizes, and there's also like an extender that you can apply different, not different sizes necessarily, but different like abrasivenesses, softnesses, hardnesses. Why are y'all asking me about cleaning stuff? Y'all, I don't know. But okay, so this one came with 5 pieces. This long bit is an additional piece. And so it came with a round one, so you could like really scrub the fuck out of a toilet or whatever you're scrubbing that you're scrubbing this with. These are all this is not toilet stuff that I'm putting my hands on, just so you know. It comes with a smaller one for more detailed stuff, and then this one is a little bit softer than this one, and then the extender and this more abrasive one. If you're living in a house that's been lived in for a while, or let's say you have brown fucking water, maybe you have to really, really scrub. And doing all of that with just elbow grease, I mean, granted, it is cost effective in the sense that you don't spend a lot of money, but also, like, your body kind of pays the price, right? Like, have you ever cleaned so much and then, like, your body, like, kind of didn't recover? Because I have. And, I don't know how these ever fit in the box. Like, if I'm being honest, I just can't make them fit. Nope. Sure. You can also use an electric screwdriver. Let's say you use that for like your knitting machine or something like that. But the power drill is a little bit more ergonomic, typically, and has the drill attachment. So do whatever you like. But it's really nice to have those doing the elbow grease for you rather than you literally like scrubbing for hours and hours and hours to make your grout sparkle. Like, this does so much work for you. Um, you can also like combine it with other cleaning materials. I really like for like the shower, I really like this brand of stuff called the Pink Stuff. They have a line of things, but their main thing is like a paste, and it's got some grit to it, and it's really, really good on tile and grout. I really like it, so that's what I do. Now that we're talking about the shower, what do you think about the shower? Have you ever showered? Probably haven't, you dirty bitch. Anyways, now that we're talking about the shower, this is my little hack to keep from like soap scum from bar soap. Now, I know that there are so many like soap savers and stuff like that that help keep things like a little bit cleaner and getting gummy. Like I hate when you pick up a bar of soap and then the bottom is still wet and like gummy and so I thought of this all by myself. So I got a $1 exfoliating glove from the Dollar Tree. Well, now it's $1.25, but at the time it was $1. That's how long I've been using it, and I'll use it until it falls apart or gets real nasty. I don't really get any soap scum, like in the like soap dish from having this. And you can use whatever. Like, I used to not use bar soap at all. I hated it, but mostly because it left like a film, I felt like, on my skin. And with the exfoliating power of the glove, I feel like it doesn't leave that, and I don't break out. But I still get clean feeling, and then I save a ton of money on like body wash, which I didn't like a lot of body wash because that was breaking me out too. My skin's super, super sensitive. In addition to, like, I don't use bar soap everywhere. I have HS, so like pits and groin, like, that's a completely different story. I don't use that on these because I like my skin literally will revolt. And but like on my arms, like my back, which broke out really bad when I started tea, my legs, my feet, like all of those things, like I really, really, really like having this little thing, and it's $1.25. And I remember mother-in-law bought me something similar to like the air filter, but it was like this small, and it was a soap saver. Um, and also, once you're like really low on your bar soap, you can just slip another bar in and keep using it. Like, it's a great way to add all your soap bars together, and so you don't waste any of it. So that's a nice part too. But she gave that to me, but I was still having that like gummy feeling, and then that thing was so nasty. I was like, "Fuck this!" This I've had for so many years. Like I said, I've had it since before Dollar Tree went to 125. But it's just really nice, and it's a really, really low investment. And it's a great way to exfoliate your skin. It's relatively mild exfoliation, so if you shower every day, you're not going to over exfoliate your skin. It's good enough for sensitive skin, but it's still like you still get the soap, you still get the exfoliation. It's just really great. I really like it. It's one of my favorite hacks that I do like to share with people if they listen to me. Which people try not to, but I'm on YouTube, so if you're here, you're listening to me. Or maybe you're not. I don't know. Who cares? Okay, so the this is another. I don't know if it's so much of a hack as something that has helped me organize things, because I always have a lot of projects going on. Again, the summer of whips, I've got so many things. Or I buy yarn and I keep it all in the bag because I don't know where exactly to put it or anything like that. And so for me, something that I really like to do, again, Dollar Tree plug, I have so many different Dollar Tree uh, bins, all 125 or a dollar when they were a dollar. That are Some of them are really flimsy. Like this one's really flimsy. I broke one of these by stepping on it literally the other day. First one I ever broke, but I did break it. Full transparency. This one, a lot. These ones a lot sturdier. So just feel them out. And some of them have like seasonal colors. Like this was around the fall, but then you can't get it year round. The pattern's different from this one to this one, these two to this one, but it's the same shape, so they do fit within each other. So once they're empty, I can just stack them all up and put them somewhere, and they're not gonna be crazy or whatever. Um, I just really like keeping things in bins, and it's kept me from like hoarding a bunch of plastic bags of things that I would never like. I would have bags, and I would never look in them to see that I had them. So I would forget that I had yarn that I had bought, or I'd forget that I had a project that I forgot about. Like for me, having these bins has been a game changer in just getting shit done and like making things more visible. So maybe if you don't have ADHD and this ability to be blind to things that may be right in front of you, maybe that's not a problem you have. But if you can literally have something sit in front of you for weeks and not see it, like some of us brilliant minded people, and some people with ADHD do have brilliant minds. ADHD has nothing to do with intelligence. Just want to make that clear. But like that's something that like it's like I lose like object permanence because I can't see it anymore. It doesn't exist. I don't know. It helps me remember that I actually got things, or that I have projects going or whatever. They're easy to transport, and also I know if I wanted to like let's say I was going to cuz I also had like a lot of these bags, which are better than the plastic bags because you can see into them, but I still was forgetting things that would be in them. Like I'd have furls hooks just sitting in bags. Um, so I like having these baskets. Uh, and if I like, let's say this project, I want to, furls sticking out. Really proving my point here on why you should get this. But let's say this project I want to travel with, and I want to go to a coffee shop and work on, or I want to go to the library and work on. I can literally take the contents of the basket, put it in a bag, and bing, bang, boom, I have everything I need. right there. And then I have like a travel bag of all my notions, and I have my hook right here, everything. It's just super easy and streamlining things for someone with ADHD or someone who just doesn't have a lot of like streamlined thoughts. This really makes a difference. So maybe you can relate, maybe you can't, maybe you think this is stupid. I don't care. Like I said, maybe you really like these things. Maybe you think they're stupid. It's okay. It's totally okay. So, my final two things are things that I purchased off of Amazon as well. Actually, one I did not purchase off of Amazon. I lied. But these are things to clean my carpet. The first one you might not be able to relate to depending on your carpet and family setup. So most of you know I have a dog and a cat and a wife. Um, my cat sheds a little bit, and my cat's hair is very fine and like it's not cottony on him, but like if you had a handful of it, it would feel very like cottony. You know what I'm saying? It's just very thin, and so like um, it's very hard to like. Let's say I brushed him out and there was just a bunch on the carpet. Like it would be hard to like get it out of the carpet. But he is not the main shedder in this family. There's a tie between the two main shedders in this family, and I'm not in the tie. I actually don't shed that much, which is really cool. Um, I mean, you would know. You would know it was me. So my wife has very, very long hair. I know I don't show my wife because my wife is not comfortable being um, on most social media, especially not YouTube. Occasionally she'll show up, but most of the time it's not her thing. But my wife has really long hair. If I had to estimate, like, I mean, she's probably got like 3.5 foot long hair. It's super long, and when it falls, it's just like, I mean, she's not losing hair left and right, but if there's a male hair on the ground, it's just like, it can get like, it can weave its way through pretty much everywhere downstairs. It's so long. I've never had long. I mean, my hair, like, at its longest was, like, right here. Even then, it was so heavy because I have really thick hair. Um, but, like, her hair is so long. It's crazy. So she has really long hair. So let's say you have someone in your house that has really long hair or sheds their hair a lot. You always have hair kind of woven in and out of your carpet, no matter the what is it, the pile of your carpet, whether it's low pile or high pile. And then my dog Riker, actually, it's really not a tie. My dog Riker wins every time. Even if it's not shedding season, it's always shedding season. My dog is a German Shepherd Black Lab mix, and he sheds like you would think that he's bald. Like if I brush him out until my arms fall off, there it would be about this much hair. You could build the stuffy out of it. Why do I want to call you Pumpkin? That would be a cute name. Little Pumpkin? Okay, let me know if Pumpkin's good or just other name suggestions I'm open to. Pumpkin the Sand Cat. Okay. Whew. Okay. So, I saw this Facebook ad, and Facebook ads really get me. And so it's this company called Uproot, and they have a bunch of different. They specialize in pet hair products, like pet hair removal products from places you want pet hair removed from. So they have what I have to get it out of the carpets. They also have grooming where you can attach it to a vacuum and trim, and it's and like then you click something and it sucks the hair up into the vacuum, which is amazing. They have like so many different ways to clean. Like, it, like, it's not as bad now, but when I was working in a corporate environment, you know, because I wore pretty much all black, it was very corporate goth, or corporate alt, really. Um, and I was always having cat hair on me. That's really where the cat hair thing. They also have like lint rollers and different types of hair removal for clothes and stuff like that. Um, I would always have cat hair on me because I wore black. You couldn't see my dog's hair. Um, but now that, I mean, I still always have cat hair on me, but I just don't care anymore because disabled. It's not a cool thing to be, whatever. So I got one of their kits. They have several bundles that they have, and you can also buy everything individually. So I bought the kit. So I, this is a telescopic handle uh, for one of the pieces. I don't remember the name of anything, and I didn't look anything up, so fucking. Um, but so I know this perhaps looks kind of like a squeegee, and some people do use squeegee like devices to clean pet hair up, but I've tried things like that. It's never worked great. It worked all right, but I still had the same pet hair issues of once the hair embeds into the carpet, you are fucked. So this is actually, I don't know if you can hear that, if I can do it, because my nails were. So the copper pieces are actually two different size. They kind of are basically coils, like springs that are tight. There's no holes in them. But you, depending on your carpet, you either use a 45-degree angle to scrape up the hair or a 90-degree angle to kind of like move the hair around like this. This thing is amazing, and it gets so much hair up that you are like, it changes the color of your carpet. Um, I've used this on pet beds. I've used this on the other pieces are similar but just different size. I've used it on like or and so the different sides will like some are more effective on certain carpets, and some are more effective on other carpets. Um, so you can give both a try. You obviously, like, they tell you to test it to make sure it's not going to mess up your carpet. I've never had any problem with it messing up any carpet that I've had. I'm very reckless with these things. I haven't scratched my baseboards with it. It's just really amazing. I will say sometimes with the direction that the carpet is laid, sometimes it is easier than others, but you really don't have to work hard, which is really nice because if you had to work super hard to like dig that hair out of the carpet, it would be extra annoying. But this, you don't have to work that hard, and it's so rewarding because the hair just like starts to clump up, and you're like, oh my gosh. Like, when I tell you that I've done most of the downstairs area, and I would say that on like a kitchen size trash bag, probably that 1.5 kitchen size trash bags full of just dog hair. Full. I'm not talking about like packed down full of dog hair. That's how much hair I've gotten out of my carpet. They the carpets look like brand new. It's insane. I did the stairs coming down here, and each stair had about this big of a clump of hair on it. Just from like a stair that's like what, 2.5, 3 feet long. So much hair, and my dog doesn't even go up and down those stairs that much. There's so much fucking hair. So, as you can tell, I really like this. It comes in this really long bag, so you can store it. You can unscrew the handle and, like the attachment and everything like that. And then I also got these two pieces. So this is the hand version. Again, it has two different sides. Scrape the, I don't know why I was putting my arm up like I was gonna fucking brush my arm hair or something, and nothing would happen. It's not sharp, so I mean, I wouldn't suggest continuing to rub it on your skin for like days, but it doesn't hurt. It's just like metal ridges. But it works super amazing. This is good for like getting in corners, getting the tighter spots. And then this one, and you can use this on like car upholstery. You can use it on upholstery anyways. Um, Now we have suede furniture, and so the hair doesn't really build up too much on it, but it still gets it off of there. We do have a chair that is like covered in like it works on most upholstery, but some upholstery it does not like. This is a knit fabric, and it doesn't really like knit fabrics. You can like give it a little test, see how it goes. But I have to be really light-handed and just kind of give it a surface clean. I can't get like a deep clean. Like I don't know if you've seen the black and the pillow that I have that's black on one side and gray on the other side that has bats of the opposing color on each side. But that's knit. And so I can take this and like really gently get cat hair off of it. It comes off, but I can't like scrape it like I would be able to go in on a carpet. So just something to keep in mind. But like this would be perfect for your car, like for your car seats. Like this is amazing. This is so good. And then even smaller, so this just has one little side. It's about the size, it's not the size of a credit card. Here's a post-it note, just for like reference. So about the height of a post-it note, but then maybe about half a post-it note wide. You can just really get in there. This is great for getting like the sides, like very, very sides of the carpet where the carpet meets your baseboards or what the fuck ever, or even in your car, whatever. Or this is great on your clothes. You know, like it's amazing. I already got a lot of cat hair. So I got all three of these together and got a good deal on it. Sometimes I think I might have gotten a Black Friday deal on this, which did help me save a lot of money. This is not the same as a squeegee. I'm not knocking squeegee products, and if you like the squeegee things that get hair and they work effectively for you, go for it. But for me, this has been an absolute game changer because my dog sheds like it's going out of style, and this gets the hair. It gets the hair. So much so that I'm shocked and appalled. Also, what I really like to do is with this one, if he has like we have some like fleece blankets, like blankets. They're just pieces of fleece that I bought at Joann, but that he sleeps on. But like, let's say he like hasn't been cleaned in a while, or things just start to get stinky. He's an animal. These things happen, and I have to throw it in the wash. Instead of like throwing it in the wash with literally like months of dog hair on it or whatever, what I'll do is I'll do kind of a really cursory like sweep of this. So like most of his blankets are about 2 yards of fleece, and I usually, if he's slept on it for a while, usually I have about this much hair come off of it, and that is hair that's not going into my washing machine. Now, I even if I like really tried to get every single hair out of the blanket before I put it in there, which I'm not gonna do. Um, like uh, there's still some hair left over, but it's dramatically different. Again, the blanket's a different color before I put it in. So I always do that with his blankets before I put them in the wash, and I feel like I'm saving my washing machine just another day, which feels really nice, because washing machines are expensive. So yeah, so this is the Uproot Clean uh, bundle that I got. Like I said, big long bag. Came in a pretty decently sized box. But it's really lightweight, really easy to use. If you have back problems, neck problems, shoulder problems, you're not gonna throw your back out using these. You know, I came from the days of like super heavy, super heavy vacuums, and just like, oh my gosh, vacuuming one room and you're bent over and your body just hurts and you're just like, please make it stop. This is not like that. The handle goes long enough where you can really get it to the right height and not have to put a lot of pressure on your back, your lower back, upper back, whatever. And it just makes things so much easier, and you get a fuck ton of hair if you have a shedder. So the last thing I want to talk about is one of my babies. So this is the Wow Mal vacuum system. This was from Amazon. It was fairly inexpensive. At the time, I think I had money and was like, but I didn't have like so much money that I was like, Dyson, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So, but I looked on Amazon and saw a bunch of different options, and I was like, this is so much more affordable. Let me see if this works. So first of all, this is not that heavy. This is definitely not that heavy. I can weigh it for you, because I know you really give a shit. Okay, so let's see. I feel like I'm like, okay, units, okay. This is 3 pounds and 5.5 ounces. It's not heavy. You don't need to be super strong to hold this, to clean this. That's amazing, right? So, I have my food scale here because I use it for yarn dyeing and whatnot. So, this little buddy is really great. I like things, and so we had gone through, since Mel and I had been together, we had probably gone through 3 vacuums before that, and a lot of them were clogged up with hair. They were so hard to clean, they were so hard to take apart, and this one's just not. So, so it does have a small canister, but that's not a big deal. So how you clean it out is you pop this little switch right here. I'm just making sure any like dust or anything doesn't pop out. And then you can literally take this out. And boom, like every hair, every anything the sucker caught, you just dump in the trash can. Just like that. So easy. If you've dealt with a lot of, oh gosh, there's a little clump of hair that I didn't clean out before I filmed this. I'm sorry. I'm irresponsible. Big surprise. Boom. Super easy. You know, maybe try before you film. That I'm talking to me, of course. So it is rechargeable. So it has a really easy little rechargeable cord that connects right under this orange part right here. So you just press that in. It charges in like 30 minutes from like a totally dead battery. Maybe a little bit more, but not that much more. It's really, really fast charging. So that's a really nice component of it. It comes with a bunch of different attachments and what have you. It also comes with an extra filter. I've never replaced it, so it still works though, so whatever. Maybe later. And then this is a little piece where you can hold your little attachments. I don't give a shit about that. It's this little brush one, good for upholstery, good for dusting. Then you have this one, good for crevices. You all know how vacuums work. And you just attach these directly to the end. It has these little notches on the side that you line these up, and then just locks right in. You just also, it does have an extender if you want to get like a far away one, so you don't have to be all up in it. But the extender currently is attached to the regular vacuum bottom part of it. So let me show you that. Okay, so here is the extending rod. So this is probably like 3.5 feet. I don't know. I'm not good at estimating. So I haven't cleaned my brush. Also, again, I should have prepared. Now, if you have ever had to manually cut every single fucking hair out of a vacuum brush roller, this is your saving grace, because all you do to clean this sucker, and I didn't clean it, so don't judge me, is you just turn this little thing sideways, and literally the whole thing just pops out. Like, you clean it out, and then you can just take all of the hair or whatever all the way out. Maybe like there was like maybe a piece of yarn that got all caught up in there. You can just take the whole roller out. It's so nice. It's so nice. You can use it on hardwood floors. It's effective enough. It's not perfect on hardwood floors, but it picks up stuff. It just doesn't pick up like I prefer it on carpeted floors. Can I get you locked back in? Now I'm just making a fool of myself. Okay. But anyways, you can take the roller out. It's very easy. Here's the extender. You can use that extender on any of the other attachments. Bing, bang, boom. This thing is so light. It's so easy to use. I'm very weak. Like, look. Don't judge me, okay? If I see one comment in the comments judging me on how weak sauce I am, I'm gonna be sad. But like, I look, literally, like nothing happens. Nothing. And this is me after going to the gym for 3 days in a row. Okay? So this is as good as it's been for a long time. I am not strong. I don't have a lot of muscles. I have wrist pain. This thing doesn't hurt my wrist. I can't even crochet like 8 stitches with a non-ergonomic hook without hurting my wrist. And this thing doesn't hurt my wrists, doesn't hurt my weak-ass arms. This thing is amazing. It also comes in a nice little travel bag, so when we were moving, just dumped it all in the bag, and then we moved with it. We knew exactly where it was. So easy. I like when things are easy. I mean, shouldn't be surprising. But those are all of my things that I get excited about with cleaning, and maybe it's stupid to get excited about cleaning. Maybe other people get excited about cleaning. Maybe nobody cares. Maybe you have these things and you hate them. Maybe you maybe you are like, I like the things I have. I don't want to buy anything new. Great, good for you. I'm just sharing what I've got, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. That's what's really cool about this. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give me a name for this little baby. And if you don't have a name suggestion, tell me what you think about Pumpkin. Okay, I love you all, and so does whoever this is. I'll talk to you later. Bye.